Hi everyone, for today's video, I'm thinking of putting on some makeup just to brighten up this very lazy day that I am having. I have been in a funky mood ever since the start of January, and it has also been very hectic for me for the past few weeks now. When I was in bed today and I woke up because I had work yesterday, so I woke up feeling very tired and I didn't want to move at all. I just wanted to lay in bed all day, and I said to myself, this is such a waste of time. There's a lot of things that I can do. So I thought to myself, maybe doing this video can just help lighten up my mood. So yeah, so that's the video that we're going to be doing today. I'm just going to show you guys the way, I'd put on makeup just to brighten up my day. So it's very simple, it's very easy, and most of the products here that I'm going to be using is very light. So I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this. So before I start putting on some makeup today, I would like to say that I am using artificial lights today because it got cloudy extremely fast. And I just want to have light that's consistent because I don't want the lighting to change drastically for this video. Now for my skincare, I'm just using my regular skincare. The only thing that I don't have right now is sunscreen, and the main reason why is because my base that I'm using has SPF on it already, so I'm gladly able to skip the sunscreen. Now the other product that I have been using daily ever since the beginning of January is actually my Tree of Life Vitamin C Serum, because I actually use this only 3 times a week, but I have noticed that like end of December, beginning of January, my skin was turning very dull, and I think it's because it's been very cool here lately, so the air has been quite dry. So I just needed something to help brighten up my skin and just not to lose its luster, and I feel that this vitamin C serum has really helped. And as I've said, it's been very cool here lately, so I've also been like increasing my moisturizer application, so that's very important. So now for my base, I am going to be using this BB cream from VMV Hypoallergenics. Now let me show you guys the consistency. So this is how it looks like at the back of my hand. So as you guys can see, the color here, it's actually very neutral, but it leans towards much more olive undertone, which is actually perfect for me. Now the reason why I'm using a BB cream today is because, again, as I've said, I'm being very lazy, and I'm not feeling putting quite full coverage type of makeup today. And I also find that it's great to use this BB cream from VMV Hypoallergenics because it just would really help to keep my skin moisturized the entire day. So as you guys can see on my skin, it looks like it's just too green, but it's actually very yellow. But if you just blend it in with your fingers, it really disappears. And there's only one shade available for this BB cream. The name is very long that I can't seem to remember, but it's called the Skintangible Faintation Skin Loving Non-Makeup. So I'm just blending it now with my fingers, and as you guys can see, it's slowly disappearing into my skin. Now, since this is a BB cream, or like in other words, it's a tinted moisturizer, so it will not offer full coverage. So if you are someone who needs much more fuller coverage for your makeup base, just use your regular foundation that you're using. Just make sure that you are moisturized extremely well. Now this has an SPF of 30, so this is the main reason why I didn't use some sunscreen today, because this will give me ample protection. Now as I said, they only have one color, and it's quite neutral, and some of you might think that it might not fit you, especially if you have lighter skin tones, but the great thing about this color is that it can be a nice base because it's quite olivey in nature, in undertone. So if you have any redness on your skin, this BB cream will just really help and tone down the redness on your skin, and after that you can just put on your regular foundation. And one thing that I love about this BB cream is how dewy my skin looks. Can you just see that? Can you just see how beautiful that is? So I use this all the time, like especially if like I'm working with someone who doesn't need a lot of coverage for their skin because they have great excellent skin. This is a nice product to use, and this is just very light. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is how it looks like on my skin. My skin now is very even. The redness has been toned down, and I love how skin-like it looks on me. So this is like the reason why I love using this all the time. This is like the perfect no makeup kind of a base. Now, by the way, although if this is a Filipino brand, they are actually available in the United States. They do have a physical store in New York, so you can go and check that out. I'm going to put their address down in the description box. And they're also available on Amazon, and they do ship worldwide, and they have spa partners also. So if you're interested in checking out this brand, go and check out the details on the description box, okay? Alright, so my base is now set, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover some blemishes because I have this very juicy blemish here on my forehead, and I'm going to be using the SC4 Secret Camouflage from Laura Mercier. This is my go-to concealer, and I'm just going to use this brush, and I'm just going to cover this blemish. Now, I don't know how I got this. I'm thinking that it might be an ingrown hair because it doesn't feel like a pimple at all. So I usually get that because I have like some remnants on my hair in that part of my skin. Right? Okay, that should be good. Then what else? I have this here. And this side of my nose. Alright, next I'm going to be using this cream blush in stick form, and this is from On The Go Beauty, and this is a local brand here in the Philippines. So if you do not have this kind of brand there, you can always use any type of like stick blush that you have in your collection. And the main reason why I'm using this is because I just want to have a nice flush of color in my cheeks, and I love cream blushes because they leave a very nice, like satin finish, like a very nice creamy dewy finish on the skin. And this color is called Rose, so it has a very nice rosy hue on it, and this just really brings color into my cheeks. It's just going to bring color into my face. And blushes are actually a great way of enlivening your face when you're having a funky day like I do. So I'm just tapping the product onto my cheeks, and I'm blending it out with my fingers. Now this also has a brush, by the way, at the base, so you can also use this if you want to share out the color. So as you can see, the color is very gentle, and if you're finding that you want more pop of color, you can always layer another color. And they also have this color called Berry, so it's a much more deeper shade. And this is what I'm going to use to add some oomph onto my cheeks. I really love using cream blushes because they just have a way of melting into your skin, and it looks very natural. Alright, and now I'm going to do the other side. Alright, so that's the blush down. I love that it's already melting into my skin. It's looking quite natural, but it's giving my skin a very nice, healthy glow. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some concealer, and I'm going to start by adding this Bisque Corrector from Bobbi Brown, and I'm just going to pat it in here in the inner corner just to correct any blueness that I see, because that's one thing that I have observed when the weather gets quite cool and cold. My under eyes become quite blue, and that's mainly because the eyes is one organ in your body that really needs a lot of blood to work, so that's why we see a lot of blueness. And using this Bisque Corrector, because it has some peachiness on it, will just really help to brighten up the under eye area and just to remove all of that blueness. And with my finger, I'm just going to tap it in, and I'm just going to blend it. And as you guys can see, instantly how bright my under eye looks, and it's not as puffy and it doesn't look as blue as well. And with my fingers, I'm just continuing to blend that corrector, and I'm just going to try to blend it into my blush. so that we have a seamless application of color. And because this has a cream consistency, at least you don't have to worry about our under eyes looking dry, because this will really help keep our under eyes moisturized as well. Just also make sure that the eye cream that you're using really helps in making sure that your under eyes is hydrated at all times. So let's do the other eye now. Alright, so that's the corrector blended out now into my under eye area. Now I'm going to skip putting any concealer, like those light shades kind of concealer, mainly because some whites have a little bit of blue tones in it. So again, I do not want to exacerbate the blueness that I have in my under eye area. And I'm just going to use my corrector. And this corrector is just really helping in keeping my under eye area bright. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just setting it with some banana powder, just so that it doesn't move. Because after all, this is a cream type of a product. And a cream product, no matter what, will always crease. No matter how good it is, it will always crease. So this setting powder will just really help in keeping it from moving way too much. Alright, so now let's proceed to the eyes. So I have here a caviar stick from Laura Mercier. I love her caviar sticks, and they're very easy to use and they're very easy to work with. And I'm just applying this color au natural all over my eyelid, and I'm just using my fingers to blend it out. It's a very easy one and done eyeshadow, and if you're feeling very lazy, this eyeshadow product is super foolproof. It's also very easy to apply and it's very easy to work with, and they stay all day long. And it's giving my eyes some life and definition already, but it's not overdoing it. And when I'm feeling lazy, this is my go-to eyeshadow product. Alright, next what I have here is the other caviar stick, and this is in the color Cocoa. So if I just swatch it here, you can see there is a brown shade. And I'm just picking up a flat brush here, and I'm just getting some product from the caviar stick, and I'm blending it here at the back of my hand. And I'm going to use this as an eyeliner of sort, just to define my lash line. Nothing too exaggerated, just very nice and soft. Just enough to give some definition on my lash line, just to help open up my eyes. And what I'm doing now is with this brush, I'm just diffusing the color and blending it out. I don't want anything too exaggerated on my eyes today. Alright, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sparkle, just a little hint of sparkle on my eyelids. And the main reason why is because I have deep set eyes, and it's almost like downturned. And I just really want to add some brightness there, just so that the light can pick up on that, and it just reflects the light back, and it just gives life to my eyes. Because usually when I'm very tired, or I think you've noticed that when you're very tired, you're always squinting, because you're trying your very best to stay awake. So using this very nice shimmery pinky color can just add a very nice hint of drama and life. And I'm just using my fingers to spread whatever is on my eyelid, and I'm not going overboard with it. So I'm just spreading it evenly and very fast as well. And just like that, when I blink, you can see how much light gets reflected back. But as you also can see, it's not overly so, it's just a very well balanced eye look. It almost looks very natural but alive at the same time. Alright, next, let's put on some mascara, because mascara just really helps in opening up the eyes. Make sure that you curl your lashes first before you apply this. And this mascara has fiber on it, so this will really help to create some volume. And what I'm doing is I'm just concentrating the application of the mascara here on the middle part of my eyes. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this will just really help to open up the eyes, to help you to look more awake. And I love this mascara because it doesn't really clump the lashes, and I really love that this has fiber in it, because this will just really elongate your lashes and create so much volume. Look at that. Can you see? Beautiful, right? And the other great thing also with this mascara is that at the other end of it, there's a smaller brush, and you can actually use this for those hard to reach areas, so like here on the side, here on the inner corner, and also on the bottom lashes. Now for the bottom lashes, hang on. I'm just applying some of the product here in the middle, because this will just really help in opening up the eye, making my eyes look very round and very awake. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye now. And I really love this mascara because it's very lightweight, and just the way it coats the lashes, it doesn't look clumpy and heavy. It just looks more natural. So let me just flip to the other brush end and reach for those hard to reach areas. Alright, now at this point, you can also try and use, like if you really want to have a very nice dull eye, kind of a wide look, you can add like a cream eyeliner in your lower waterline, but I don't want to do that right now because, again, when I am tired, my eyes feel very heavy, and if I put a lot of product in my eyes, it's just going to make me look and feel even more tired, because I'm going to try my best to keep my eyes open. So the less product that you put in your eyes, the better. And this is the complete eye look, and I love how natural it is, and it's very easy, and you can do it in less than 10 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to just fill in the gaps. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to keep my brow shape soft but defined at the same time, because the thing with me is my eyebrows are cousins, they are not sisters, and we just need to balance it out. And I have fallen in love with this eyebrow product from Maybelline, and I love that it has a very nice neutral shade. It's like a brown black color, and this really works for me because my eyebrows are quite dark, and if I use any, like, brown shades for my brows, it's just going to look too obvious on me. And this one is very neutral, and I find that this works the best. Okay, so I'm just going to brush everything back in place. Alright, and I'm going to do the other side now. And next I'm going to get this brow pen, and I'm just going to use this to fill in the gaps and to create individual hairs in areas where it's sparse, just to create some balance. Again, I'm not overdoing it because I have so much brows already. Balance is the key. And I just need to add some detailing in this part of my brows. Alright, I think we're almost done, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some highlighter, and this is from Lisa Eldridge, and this is in the color Crystal Nebula. And I'm just going to add a very gentle application here at the highest points of my cheeks, and I'm going to blend that into the blush. Just going to tap it just so that we have that very nice pop of highlight there. And I'm also going to add a little bit here on my brow bone. I'm also going to do that here on the other side. Doing this will just really help in bringing up all the light into that area, and just going to keep my eyes bright and awake. It's very, very helpful. And what I want to do now is I want to add a little bit of that highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes here. Again, just to bring some life into that area, because I tend to get dark there as well, especially when the weather is like this. It's, cloudy and moody as well. Okay, and with my finger, I'm just going to blend everything. And I'm seeing that I'm shiny in some spots where I don't want to be shiny, so I'm just going to set that with powder. So I have here my PF4 brush, and I'm just going to gently tap some setting powder here, and also here. And also, let me set the concealer here with some powder just so that it doesn't move. So this is it, but before we go, I'm going to put on some lip gloss. So the gloss that I'm going to be using is this gloss from Lisa Eldridge, and this is in her color Go Lightly, and this is a very nice, like, orangey, peachy, golden kind of a color. And I'm just going to tap this all over my lip, And the main reason why I'm using this is because my lips has been feeling very dry. And although this is a lip gloss, I have found that this lip product really helps in nourishing the lips, giving it a slight hint of color, and also treating it, because again, as I've said earlier, it's been very cool here, cold even sometimes, and it has been making my lips extremely dry, and I don't want a lot of color on my lips today. So this just really helps to bring in some life and color into my lips. Alright, so this is the complete look. What do you guys think? Do you approve? I really do like it. It's very light. It's very me. And I'm so glad that I decided to do this, because with a little bit of effort and makeup, it can really remove you from that funky energy that you are feeling. And I'm so glad that I decided to do this today, because if I didn't, I would have been wallowing in bed at this time. So this is just one way for me to, like, grab hold of my day and, like, do what I want to do. And I'm really liking it. So if you guys have any more questions about the products that I used today, please leave them in the comments box and let's have a conversation about it. Anywho, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye!